welcome back. It's your girl Katie here, and today I'm just going to be playing with some new makeup. Now this isn't like new makeup, this is just new to me makeup. This is makeup I've either picked up and just tucked away, or things I recently picked up and just hadn't gotten around to trying yet. And also this might be kind of like a chatty get ready with me because, I don't know, I typically get chatty when I'm just playing with makeup. But before we get on into this video, please make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my future uploads. But other than that, let's just go ahead and get started. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in. Alright, so I have some products. I mean, I don't have like a ton. I don't have a new foundation or concealer or anything because I already have that stuff on because I didn't have anything new in that genre or that category. I don't have a new setting powder. So I'm just going to go with the first thing that I'm missing, and that is my brows. I do have a new brow product to try, and this is one that I picked up from TJ Maxx, which is typically where I get my new products or my new makeup, is from TJ Maxx. So this is the Milk Makeup Kush Triple Brow Pin / crown. Like they're like, it's a pin, but it's a crown. Which is it? Alright, so this is in the shade Dutch. I hope it's my shade, but it's got this like interesting little like, I don't know what to call that. I guess to make it look like you have like brow hairs, so it has like little riggedy edges. I don't know. I suck at describing things sometimes, but you guys get the gist, right? Alright, so I'm just going to go in with this. I've never tried it. So far, I mean, I feel like Milk makeup's been kind of like a hit or miss for me. Sometimes I've gotten some of their products and I really like it, and other times I've gotten other ones and I'm like, not the best. But I think predominantly I don't mind their products. So, I'm just going to go on in with this. It is like a really weird applicator. I wouldn't really say it's giving me like the, I don't know, the hair stroke things. I don't know. I don't really look like it's adding hair to my brows. It's just filling them in, which is what I want. I want something that'll fill in my brows. All right. So how is everyone doing? Feel like, let me see. The last video I did was it on Thanksgiving? I filmed it on. No, the last video was the day after Thanksgiving that I filmed. It was my Shop My Stash, and that was after Thanksgiving. And it is currently Tuesday. So this is the 1st of December when I'm filming this. It's crazy that we're already in December. It just feels like this year has flown by so quickly, which, I mean, I'm not really mad about. This year's kind of sucked, which is, I think, how everyone feels about 2020, so I'm kind of excited for the new year, kind of more so than I usually am, just because there's been a lot of crap that's gone on this year. So I'm excited. But I don't really have much of a life update. I mean, I feel like there's not really been much going on in my life. I think the biggest thing this year for me that happened was the fact that I moved, and you know, we've been living in our new house for about 5-ish months, maybe might be more, 4 months, and it's been great. We, you know, settled into the house pretty quickly, and you know, it's out in the country now. So I used to live out in the country when I was younger, and I lived with my parents. They lived out in the country. So country life is nothing new to me. I mean, it's just kind of like getting used to it again, because after I got married, we lived in the city for about 5 years before we finally moved. It was about 5 or 6 years. Almost, it was probably 6 years. So I did live in the city for about 6 years. So it's not really, you know, it's not really that much of a change for me, because like I said, I grew up on a farm living out in the country. So, but yeah, I do like this. I think it's a nice I don't know, I don't really like the applicator. I don't like the little grooves in there. I don't really feel like they do anything necessarily. It is kind of like a wet texture. I would say it's more of a pin than a crown. I mean, it's pretty pigmented, but it's just kind of like my brows kind of feel wet now, so now I'm gonna have to wait for them to like dry. I feel like there's a spot there I always have that little thin spot that I feel like I have to go over several times, but it's not really building up. I feel like it's wiping off now. I'm trying to build it. So I'd say this product is an okay product. Yeah, it's not really filling that spot in. See that? I may have to wait for it to dry and then go back over it, because maybe because it's wet, it's just kind of smudging it. Anyways, I can finish saying what I was saying. So what was I saying? Oh, so, you know, moving out to the country wasn't like a shock or anything. Like, the difference between city life and country life, it wasn't necessarily a shock to me. And I've really enjoyed living out in the country. It's really a lot more quiet. It's a lot quieter out here. I don't know, it's just, I don't know, for me personally, it's just more peaceful. To some people, I guess country life is a little scary to them because they feel isolated or, you know, not close to a lot of people. But out where I'm at, it's not like out in the boonies or anything. Like, we still have neighbors and things. They're just not right close up next to us, but they're like walking distance. So, but when we moved, we had a couple of cats and then my dog, who is a Chihuahua, so a small dog. But this stuff is just not working. You guys see that? I'm trying to apply more to cover up that bald spot, but it's like smudging off, so I'm not sure about this. Maybe I just can't reapply it after it's dried. I'm just gonna go ahead and go in with something else to kind of quickly fill in that bald spot. So I'm gonna have to play around with that. Yeah, I guess it's not one I could build up. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, so typically it's a good thing to have like bigger kind of guard dogs out in the country, you know, because there is wildlife out here, coyotes and things like that. I technically moved to my in-laws' place. They built a new house and they didn't want this big house anymore, and it's been in my husband's family for 40-something years. His parents built the house, and so this has been like the family home. So they wanted it to go to someone in the family, and everyone else kind of already had been settled down, and we hadn't settled down yet. So it just worked out like that. Anyways, they had sheep when we moved here. They just had a couple of sheep too, because they have kind of like an orchard area, and they had sheep to kind of like keep the grass down, because it's kind of a pain to get in there and mow. So had a couple of sheep. So with livestock and things, it's kind of good to have animals or like dogs to kind of help protect them, because there is coyotes and things, and you know, just good to have big dogs. So we got 2 dogs. We got one from my mom, who's she's like a mix of a Mastiff and a Great Dane. She's a really big dog, but she's such a sweetie. But we noticed, because she was kind of still in that puppy stage, like she wasn't like, she was less than a year old, so she's still kind of a puppy. And we noticed that she doesn't have a lot of energy, but she just got bored really easily. She would get into things or chew things up, and we figured it was best to get her a playmate. So we did. We got another puppy, which was more of a puppy. She was like maybe 8 weeks or something, 9. Anyway, she was only like a couple of months old. She was a young puppy, and we got her, and now those two are just like attached to each other. It's great. So that's been great. So that was fun, because I've only just had like a small dog, so it's been interesting having big dogs, but they're both sweethearts, so they've been a great addition to the family. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with this MAC palette here. This is the MAC Shiny Pretty Things Face Compact palette here. So this is like a face compact. So we have a bronzer over here, and then I have a blush and then a highlight. And this is in the shade Fair. So the blush is called Sweater Weather, and the bronzer is called 5 Alarm Kiss, I think is what it's called, and then the highlighter is called String Lights. So I think you can still find this. I'm not really for sure. I try to look it up because, you know, I'm trying not to show products. I don't know. What do you guys think about showing products that have been discontinued? Do you not want to see products if they've been discontinued because you won't be able to get them, or do you not really care? I don't know. I see a lot of YouTubers like say they get rid of things because it's been discontinued. I don't really want to do that because if I bought it, I want to keep it. But then again, I don't know. I feel like people don't really care. I mean, whenever I see things that people are like, oh, this is discontinued, I'm like, oh, I still want to see it though. But that might just be me. So let me know down in the comments, do you care if I use products on my channel that might be discontinued? Because I don't know, because people still have bought it. I mean, people buy products, and just because it does discontinue doesn't mean other people don't have it. So I mean, I don't know. I hope I'm making sense. So let me know down in the comments if you care. But anyways, I think I saw that you could still get this like on Amazon, or there are places that you can still find this, just not exactly from MAC. But you have to be careful, you know, you don't want to buy, what's it called? A fake product, basically. But anyways, I'm going to use it because I haven't used it yet. So I'm going to go in with the bronzer here. Alright, so back to my story. So like I said, it's been great with the 2 new dogs. They're really cute. If I can remember, I'll try to show a picture, but it's kind of hard to take pictures of them because they're so active and they don't sit still very well. So I probably won't show a picture of them, but if you guys are interested, maybe I will someday. Anyways, going in with the bronzer. I've not tried this yet, so hopefully it's in my shade. It kind of looks like it's kind of got like, I don't know, like that first layer on there, like I'm gonna have to dig through to get the product to come up. I feel like it's not really coming up. So other than the 2 new dogs, we've just been slowly renovating our master bedroom. The house I live in is a 2-story, so we're technically living up in the 2nd floor right now because the master bedroom's downstairs and there's just no point in it. We're doing a complete gut out, so there was no point in moving down there because we're planning on gutting it out, and it is now gutted out. So living upstairs, but slowly working on that, remodeling it. It was livable. It was just not exactly what we wanted, and so we're remodeling it. And my husband's been really busy lately, so it's been a slow progress because I don't know how to do any of that stuff. So I just kind of hand him tools and help him clean up and carry things and all that, but I don't know how to do any of that stuff, so I can't do it while he's not here. And it's been mostly him doing everything because he's the one that does that stuff. But I help when I can, or where I can. It's a very light shade, but I don't mind that. So I have been filming the process of it, I've been filming the process of it, but it's not going to be like a tutorial on how to remodel a room because I don't know how to do that stuff. So I'm just showing you guys like the steps of it, or you know, the before and after kind of thing, and what it looked like while it was being done and everything. But that'll be up someday whenever we get this room completed. Because it's not just the room we're doing, where he's redoing the master bathroom as well. So it's just a lot. So it'll take a while. So that's really all that's been going on with me. I mean, other than just uploading videos. But other than that, I just stay home because I like being home. I've also been trying to get back into crafting because I do like doing craft stuff, and I'm probably going to film that stuff on my channel as well, but I just don't know when. But also let me know down below if you would like to see that stuff. If I were to make things, if you would like to see how I make stuff, and you know, just do kind of crafting videos, because I know this isn't, I don't know, I've never labeled this, I mean, I guess I have kind of labeled this as like a makeup channel or stuff, but it's, honestly, I kept my channel name as my name because I always plan on this channel being stuff that I like, or I like doing, or I like, you know, I like makeup and I like doing unboxings, but that was just kind of like the start, so I may expand to different areas, but I don't know, because some people say you're not really supposed to do that, you should just keep it to one thing, but I don't really agree with that because, I don't know, I feel like that limits me as to what I can do. Alright, so the bronzer is pretty nice. I would say it's a very light bronzer, it's kind of like a gradual one, which is nice. I mean, you can gradually probably build it up, but it is in the shade Fair, so that might be why it's not very, you know, it's not very deep or anything. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with the blush. Again, I'm probably going to have to like kind of scrape it a little bit, trying to get that first layer off. But if you hear weird noises behind me, my dog's in the room, so he's snoring again. The blush is actually a really pretty color. I like it a lot. Yeah, it's a very nice pink. It makes me look very flush. I'm actually going to try out another blush. Just because, why not? I mean, I can. So the other blush I want to try out is this one from ColourPop. And this is one of their pressed powder blushes in the shade Desert Rose. I forget which collection this is from. I don't know. I don't remember which collection this is from, but it looks like this. But I thought, why not go ahead and try this out? So I'm just going to pop this on top of what I already have. It honestly looks pretty light. Like a very light pink, and I do see a little bit of shimmers in there, but I don't know. We'll see. Ooh. Oh, it's pretty pigmented. I dipped in way too much. Yeah, it does have a little bit of shimmer. I can see a little bit, but it's not bad. So yeah, I think that added a little bit more. I would say the other one's a little more pink, and this one's kind of more like a pale pink, but it does add. Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe I'm just crazy. I think it added. Alright, so going back in with the MAC palette here, I'm going to go in with the highlight now. I was on Instagram earlier today and I saw that ColourPop, of course, coming out with something else, because that's what ColourPop does. Always releasing new products. I don't know how they keep up with that or how they do that, but they are constantly pumping out the products, which is fine. I mean, sometimes, I mean, I've never had problems with ColourPop's products, but I have a friend who on YouTube who's bought a couple of palettes that I hadn't gotten, and she said they weren't very good, so it seems like some of their palettes and things are not as good as others are, and it makes me wonder. I don't know if it's because I think most of the ones that are not very good are the collabs, so I don't know if it's because ColourPop is collabing, and if the people they're collabing with, if they have certain things that they want done and the quality is just different because it's not ColourPop's formula. I don't know how that works. I don't know if whenever you collab with, if a makeup company collabs with a brand, if it's like you get to pick the colors or the packaging, or if it's you get to do it all, basically, like it's whatever formula you want. I don't know how that works. Because when I've just bought just ColourPop stuff, you know, not a collab, their products are always really good in my opinion. It's when they collab that sometimes they can not be the best. But anyways, one of my friends on YouTube, she bought the Raw Beauty Christy collab that ColourPop did, which I was kind of hesitant about. I really like Raw Beauty Christie, and she's having a baby. Actually, I think she was in labor the last time I saw on her Instagram, so that's really exciting. So she may have already had a baby by now, which I hope was a healthy delivery. You know, everything worked out. But when I saw her collab, I was excited for her, but her palette and stuff just didn't really, I don't know, just didn't draw me. I really liked the packaging. It was like mushrooms and stuff, and that was really cute and like kind of like fairy tale kind of. But like the actual color story of the palette, just it wasn't really something that I usually go for. It was more colorful. If it had been like a neutral, you bet I would have been buying that, but it wasn't. And I think it maybe had some neutral shades, but it just wasn't for me. But I was excited for her collab, so I thought that was really cool. But my friend, her channel is Miss Nada Lady Glam. She bought the palette and she said it wasn't very good, or at least the shades that she had used, and she got pretty frustrated at it, which I totally understand. Sometimes if you're using a palette and it's just not working out, it can be super frustrating. But she said it wasn't very good. But she said she was going to keep playing around with it, so I'll have to check out and see if it worked out or if it wasn't good at all. That would suck. Anyways, so ColourPop can be a hit or miss. Anyways, I got way off track. I just started talking about ColourPop, I'm sorry. The reason why I mentioned ColourPop is I saw that they were releasing another product, and it was a Hello Kitty one, it looked really cute. Like, their stuff always looks really cute, but I'm not a huge fan of Hello Kitty. I never got into it when I was a kid, but you know, I know it has a pretty big following and everything, and it is really cute. Hello Kitty is really cute. It's just, the palette looks cute, but I don't really know if it's my color story. It's a lot of pinks and things, and pinks are really, I like pink. I don't like it that much. But I did see that they had a couple blushes that were pretty cute. I like blushes, and I like pink blushes. So I may pick up some of their blushes, but I don't think I'll pick up the palette. Alright, I am going to go in with another ColourPop product here. And I want to try out this highlighter, even though I just put highlighter on, which was actually really pretty. I forgot, I just start doing makeup and I'm not even telling you about the products. The highlighter is really pretty. It has like that nice glow, but you know, I want to try to use as many products as I can. So I'm going to use this Super Shock cheek highlighter here in the shade Systematic. Again, I don't remember which collection this is from, but when I did get this one, it was busted, but I just pressed it back down and it seems to be fine. Their Super Cheek Shock, whatever. What is it called? Super Shock Cheek highlighters are actually really creamy, so you can just press them back down. But it did kind of broken, but I didn't contact them or anything because, like I said, I could just press it back down myself. But I'm going to go ahead and put this on. So this is kind of like a cream, so I want to see if it amps it up a little bit. It does look a little more glittery than I usually like. That did amp it up, didn't it? But it is one of those nice, kind of like silvery highlighters. I like those. Those are my favorites, the silver ones. Just because it goes better with my complexion. But ooh, yeah, that amped it up a lot. But it is very shimmery. I can kind of see like the shimmers. Not horribly, but I can see little shimmers just from... So yeah, now I'm very glowy. Which I'm okay with that. But yeah, so far I actually really like the products I tried. The only one I didn't like was the brow product just because, I don't know, it's not bad, but I don't think I like the wet formula kind of things. I feel like they always kind of dry down and kind of look crispy or crunchy on the skin. But we'll see. Maybe next time I just need to go in very light-handed. Maybe I applied too much because that could be the case. I could have applied too much, but anyways. Alright, so last product that I have to try out, or last new to me product that I have to try out is by Too Faced. And I bought this a while back and I just hadn't ever gotten around to trying it. And that is the Sparkly Pineapple eyeshadow palette here. So it's a super shiny, super cute palette here. On the inside, it does have a mirror. Look, you can see all my products on the table. But anyways, here's the actual palette. Oh, you can see my microphone. Let me get it to where you don't see all my stuff. Anyways, it's a super cute palette and it has like a little pineapple right there. Super cute. But here's the palette. So I hadn't tried this one. I think I've swatched it, but I haven't tried it yet. Oh, it smells really good. It does smell kind of like pineapple, but it smells like artificial pineapple. It doesn't smell like the real deal. At least not to me, but it does smell fruity. So yeah. So I'm just gonna go and start digging into this palette. I'm not gonna bother telling you guys shade names. They're on the back, and I don't like it when palettes have the shade names on the back because then I get lazy. I'm just like, I'm just going in with this one. That's what I usually do. So yeah, I'm just gonna go in with this light brown tan shade here, and we'll see what happens. I like Too Faced. I know a lot of people don't like Too Faced because, I don't know, they don't like the creators or the owners, or I don't know. I don't really keep up. I can't say that I don't keep up with the drama because I keep up with some of the drama, but it depends on who it's about. If you're one of the people that don't like supporting Too Faced, that's fine with me. I mean, you do you. I'm a firm believer in people doing what they feel they need to do. For me personally, I don't care about the owners. And yeah, you're like, well, you're supporting them by buying their stuff. If I never bought anything from anybody I didn't like, I probably wouldn't ever be buying anything because, I don't know. Everyone's different, so we have all our opinions, and we're bound to have disagreements on some things. Now, if there's just some things that, like, for sure I will not support, like, if I found out that a makeup brand, the CEO or the owner of it, like, was a child molester or something like that, then yeah, I would not support them by any means. So I guess I can't say that I wouldn't ever do something like not supporting a brand. And if they're, I don't know, something really bad, then yeah, I would boycott them. But if someone had beef with other person and they had drama, it didn't have anything, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I just can't be like that with so-and-so is mad at so-and-so, so we shouldn't support them kind of thing. I'm just not. At the end of the day, I'm just buying the makeup. I like the makeup they produce, so I'm going to buy the makeup. I don't really care about them or their personal life or what goes on in their life. I don't have the energy and the time to care about those things. I'd rather care about more important things. Like my family, or I don't know. I'm just rambling now at this point. You know what I mean. But the point is, if anybody doesn't like Too Faced, then don't buy it from them. I'm not going to pressure you into buying them from them. If you feel the need to boycott the brand, if that's what you feel you need to do, then by all means, do you, boo. No judgment here, and just like, I've never bought anything from Jeffree Star. I didn't necessarily dislike him. He wasn't necessarily my favorite YouTuber. Sometimes he said some things, or, he was funny and stuff, but I never, had a problem with him. But like I said, he wasn't ever my favorite YouTuber or anything, so I didn't really have an issue with him. There have been some stuff that's come out about him, which again, it's kind of hard to judge someone like that by, sometimes stuff is like she said, he said kind of thing. But I don't know. I don't know him. I don't know the things that have gone on, because I don't know, it's hard to tell if some of the things that you hear are actual truth, or are they just rumors, or stuff that other people came up with, or, I don't know. So usually at that point, I just kind of go by my gut, and I don't know. Like I said, he's just not my favorite person, so I've never supported I've never bought anything from him, so. It's very pigmented, by the way. This brown is very pigmented. I've just been blending away, chatting and blending, but I do really like how it's blending and it's very pigmented, so that's always good. Alright, so, ooh, that green is looking pretty in here. Alright, yeah, I think that's good enough. So now I'm just going to go in with a smaller, kind of fluffier brush, and now I'm going to deepen up the corners. And to do that, I'm going to just use this dark brown here. I will say, you know, it is a, 2, 4, 6, it's a 7-pan shadow. It's a, not very big palette, so there's not a ton of colors, but I do like that they have a dark matte shade in here because I prefer to deepen up corners with the mattes, and they do have a nice brown over here, so you're not going to get a ton of looks from this palette just because it's so small, but it is nice that they have a deep matte shade. Ooh, that's dark. Anyway, so I'm just going with that dark brown and just deepening up the corner now. And sometimes I start rambling about stuff and then I forget what my actual point was. I think it was just that some people don't like Too-Faced, but I don't really. I've never actually bought from the website. I always get all their stuff from like TJ Maxx or like, I don't think I've ever bought anything from Ulta from them. And I've gotten some products from like BoxyCharm, so I think I had bought some of the stuff off of BoxyCharm that are their products. So I don't know if that's considered supporting them. But I think their packaging is really cute. And their products are kind of hit or miss sometimes, just like with a lot of makeup brands. I've never really had that much issues with their products, but I've heard some stuff is not great and other things are really good, so I guess my opinion is if you feel the need not to support a certain brand or anything, then that's what you gotta do, and there's nothing wrong with that. At the same time, I don't think it's right if someone else decides to still support them that you should hate on that person. I don't agree with that. Everyone has their own opinion, and they're gonna do what they want to do, and I don't think it's our place to be like saying, no, you can't do that. You shouldn't push your own opinion on someone else. Like, if you feel the need not to buy from that brand, that's fine, but you shouldn't be telling everyone else that they have to do the same thing, because I don't agree with that. Alright, so that deepened up really well. Again, very pigmented, and it's blending out really nicely. So I am liking this palette a lot so far. Alright, so now I think I'm going to go in with a shimmer, and this shade over here looks really interesting. It's kind of like a green, but it kind of has like a shift to like, I don't know, purple. I don't know. I think I'm going to place that one down first. My dog is snoring so hard right now. I think I'm going to place this one down first and kind of see how it looks. And then I will decide what to do from there. So I'm going to place it right here. Oh, it's a green. I don't know, like it has like a shift to it, like in the pan. But it is a green. It's a very pretty green. I do really like how this palette smells. It does have like that fruity smell. It's just, I can tell it's an artificial, fruity smell, not like an actual real pineapple smell. It does smell really good. It smells like candy is what it smells like. But that green is really pretty. Ooh, I'm liking that a lot. Alright, so I'm going to do that on the other side now. So far, I'm really impressed with this palette. And I know, I forgot to mention this. This palette is still available on the Too-Faced website. But right now, it is on sale. But when this video goes up, it might not be on sale anymore. So I would just keep an eye on it. Because I think this is probably one they're probably going to get rid of. I mean, I've seen a lot of this line at TJ Maxx, and it seems like at Ulta it's always on sale or something. So they're probably getting ready to discontinue this. So if you don't have this and you have, a little extra money and you're wanting to buy something, I would recommend this, as long as you're okay with buying from the brand. But if not, then, you know, there's lots of other palettes out there. But this green shade is gorgeous. Gorgeous. I'm in love with this palette. Well, I wouldn't say that. I'm not in love with it, but I do really like it. That's another thing I try to not to do, is say things like that or be so dramatic, or okay, if you say this, I don't mean any hate or anything, but I get really annoyed. Not really annoyed, it's just kind of, I don't know, when people say I'm obsessed with this, I am just obsessed with this. Which, you know, if that's what you say, then that's fine. But for me, it seems like almost every YouTuber I watch, like one of the bigger ones, or just makeup YouTubers in general, they all say that. I'm just like, is that how you normally talk, or do you just saying that because everyone else always says that? So I try not to say things like that, because I don't know, it seems, I don't know. It just seems like the thing for beauty YouTubers to say right now is I'm obsessed with it. But I'm not obsessed with this. I just really like it, and I like the quality. So now I'm gonna go in with this gold shade here. Look, you can see everything on my desk. Ignore that. Look at the cute pineapple guy instead. Come on, camera, focus. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with this gold shade here and kind of place that more towards the inner corner, because I wanna try out as many of these shades as I can. It is kind of like chunky-ish, so I'm kind of like tapping into it because it's very creamy and it's a very soft like shadow. Anyways. Just gonna tap that on and kind of blend it, kind of like over a little bit of the green to kind of like blend it into the green and not just be like green, it's gold. I want it to kind of like gradually turn into the green. Just kind of like blend away any of the harsh lines or anything. But that's really pretty. I really like that. I don't know, I feel like the gold is a little more sheer than the actual green was. I feel like the green was very pigmented. But I can't tell if the gold's sheer or if it's just so shiny that it looks almost like my skin underneath. I don't know. But it's building up pretty nicely. Alright, so that's going to do it for that. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and finish up the rest of my makeup off camera real quick, just because I'm just basically going to do the same thing except for minus the shimmers. I'm just going to do the mattes down below. So there's really nothing special that I'm going to be doing. I'm just doing what I always do. So yeah, I will be right back. Alright, so I'm back. I finished up the rest of my makeup. I put a lip on, which I'm not sure if it goes well with the look, but I don't know. It is what it is. I kind of wanted I wanted a red, kind of a red, but this is kind of like more of a berry. I don't know. I don't think it looks bad, but anyways, here's the finished look. So yeah. I'm pretty happy with how the eye look turned out for sure. I really like the palette. Alright, so let me go through the products again. Kind of telling you guys my overall thoughts. The Milk Makeup product I really didn't like. I don't think it's horrible, but I don't know. Maybe if I used a spoolie next time to kind of disperse the product before it dried down. I feel like there's a spot over here at the end of my brow. It just dried down. It's pretty thick. It looks a little bit flaky. I haven't seen it flake, but it looks like it might. And again, you can't build it up very well. Like that one spot was just rubbing off when I was trying to darken it a little bit. It was just rubbing off and I had to go in with another product. So it's not my favorite. I'm gonna go ahead and use it up because I have it, obviously. But I don't know if I would ever repurchase it again. Just being completely honest, I don't know. I don't like the super wet formula. I would prefer maybe this. I think this product would be probably a lot better if it was like an actual cream product. So yeah, that's just my thought on that. It just wasn't for me. This product here, this MAC one, I actually really like. I think the shades work really well. The blush is not like a deep bronzing blush, but it is like, it bronzing up the face some. I could probably get it to build up if I really wanted to, but I don't know. Building bronzers up, they can kind of get muddy looking after a while, so I don't mind a light bronzer. The blush was really pretty, and the highlight was really, really pretty as well, and once I got past that first layer of product there, they worked really well. I think this product is pretty nice as well. I guess I probably shouldn't have used it on top of another blush because I couldn't see it just on its own, but I think it added, and I don't know, I like ColourPop's products, and the blush seemed pretty nice. The highlighter I really like because it added some bam to my face for sure. I'm very glowy now that I use the highlighter, so I'm glad I went ahead and picked this one up. And I think honestly my favorite of them all is this one. You know, for trying out, I'm really impressed with this palette. I highly recommend it if you don't already have it. But again, it's not one you have to go out and buy. It's just, if you'd been thinking about it, I would probably go ahead and take a jump on it, especially because I feel like this is probably one that they will discontinue. Just with seeing it on sale and on everything, I feel like this might be one that they might discontinue. Don't quote me on that. They may not, but I really like the palette. I like that it is small and that it doesn't have a lot, just because I feel like I don't know, you're definitely not going to get a ton of different looks out of this palette because it is pretty limited with how small it is, but I'm one of those people that I kind of only use certain shades anyways when I'm making a look with a palette. Like even with a big palette, there's always certain shades that I gravitate to and don't really leave that, which is probably not a good thing. I probably need to like use up the whole thing, but they're certainly my favorite shades that I stick to. And I feel like with this palette, that's okay because I'm limited with the shades that I can use, so I will probably do the same look over and over again. But I really like how this look turned out. The shades were very pigmented, blended out really well, and the shimmer shades, dang. Some pretty shimmers. But yeah. So yeah, that is going to do it for today, guys. If you're curious as to what is on my lips, it is the Ofra Long Lasting Liquid Lipstick here in the shade Havana Nights. I think this product is kind of getting old, so I probably won't be able to get too many more uses out of it, but it is still a very pretty color. But yeah, that is going to do it for today, guys. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it all the way down to the end of this video, leave me a heart of some sort, a yellow heart, down in the comments so I know that you watched all of it. Just because, I don't know, I just want to see how many people actually watch all my videos all the way through. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me with trying out all these products and kind of doing a chit chat, get ready with me. I didn't expect this video to be so chatty, but yeah, once I just get started chatting, I need to learn to focus on doing makeup. But sometimes, I don't know, I like chatting with you guys, and I hope you guys at least get some kind of an entertainment as listening to me talk, or maybe I ramble too much, I don't know. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like seeing these types of chatty get ready with me, trying out new products. That does really help my channel out a lot, and it also helps me determine which type of videos I will continue doing. So make sure to give me a like on this video if you do want to see more videos like this. But yeah, other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful week, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!